Karma is not a punishment system. Karma is a word that describes consequence. Consequence is what every parent fear could happen to their children, and in their attempt to prevent consequences happening to their children, they use punishment to install in the child a fear for consequence instead of proper education that teach common sense practicality in a sensible way, where each one understands that where the balance is disturbed, obviously consequence is going to have a fallout. What is fascinating is that the oldest religious or the oldest teachings is not religious, the oldest practical teachings that truly held the value of bringing about a better world was the Tao. Taoism. It is based on consequence. It teaches what the consequence will be if one do not adhere to the way, and that way is what is best for all, which is the way of equality. Unfortunately, that has been abused and misdirected into a system of punishment, which you now see in all your major religions. Islam, Christianity, all of those are in fact not a consequence system. That is a punishment system where the human psyche is ruled through fear. It is time that one study the consequences, and at where we are in humanity is the place where consequences now manifest. Through a very long time, consequence has been deferred through an infinity cycle called the soul. The soul is no more. All that remains now is consequence. So don't see what happens in the world now as punishment. It is a consequence, and we will not stop the consequence, because it's not a punishment. A punishment, you can be saved, or you can pay a fine, or there could be mercy, because punishment systems are never real. It's made up laws. Consequences is physical laws that you cannot change. You have to walk through the consequence, and it is not a punishment. If one learn and make sure that you do not create these consequences again, then obviously you become, so to speak, enlightened. Unfortunately, enlightenment has never been understood. That is why through the portal we have only found one person that was in fact enlightened, which was Lao Tzu. Fascinating. And he was the one that shared his understanding through Taoism. The way, equality, love thy neighbor as thyself, study it, and in acting in a way to prevent consequence, the days of our punishment may be less. Equal money, equal life. Join us. It's about time we take responsibility for the consequences we have already created, and we learn how to prevent more of these rapidly, because our children is going to pay for our lack of common sense.